What's up, guys? This is James White with Freakin' Reviews, bringing you as seen on TV product reviews, gadget reviews, and more. Now, if you like what you see in this video, please consider subscribing for more videos like this. Now, today I've got something special. It's a factory sealed, unopened, as seen on TV, 1981 Ronco automatic glass froster. This is kind of continuing my vintage line of as seen on TV products. I'm gonna crack this open and see if it still works after 38 years. That's today's review. Let's look at the packaging real quick here first. Frosts and chills glasses instantly. Hard to read, but it says it's good for cold beer, frosted root beer, chilled wine, martinis, soft drinks, and dessert glasses. The big USA logo here. The pre-1984 as seen on TV logo. Got a date, this is 1981. I was able to find one of these unopened bad boys on eBay. I think I paid about 20 bucks for it, maybe 10 shipping. Not too bad really for something as old as this, but let's crack it open. Old school wrap here. I don't know if this is gonna still work or not, but that's part of the excitement, right? Seeing the light of the day for the first time since 1981. Not too impressive, right? Oh, this feels empty, but we'll see. It's a glass froster refill. Something tells me you can't find these anymore. There's a sealed envelope here. We got instructions and a warranty card. I'm not going to mail this in because I mailed in my warranty card for my 1981 egg scrambler and it came back not deliverable. So I'll just hold on to this one for good measure. Here's a glass froster order form. So here's the original price of it. The glass froster was $8.88, which is about 25 bucks in 2019 dollars. And the refill was $5, which is about $15 in today's currency. So even by today's standards, this is normal as seen on TV pricing. Glad it's a red glass froster, and I'll explain that in a minute. This is just basically a big piece of plastic. But look at this caution sign. Intentional misuse can be fatal. What do they put in these things? We got some more tissue paper. All right, I don't know. This doesn't feel like there's anything in here. I have a feeling it may have leaked out over 38 years. Hopefully I get enough juice to at least frost one glass and see if I could do it after all these years. So what you're supposed to do here is take this cap off. Then you put the nozzle through here, just like that. And then the entire thing goes in this container here. It says that inhaling this can be fatal, but you're gonna be drinking it though. So it contains F12 dichloromethane. It may harm the public health and environment by reducing the ozone and upper atmosphere. Is that even legal anymore? Someone tell me if this chemical is even still legal in the US. So I did a little bit of research on the contents of this can, and it turns out that that is Freon 12, which was banned in developing countries in 1996 and the rest of the world in 2010 because of its impact on the environment. Now there's actually warnings on here saying that it's bad for the environment back in '81. So it took them that long to really stop using this, but this is kind of a relic of the past that you won't find anymore. Now the copyright on the side of this can says 1975 and 1981, so I know it was around earlier than '81, but the model I have is from 1981. All right, so we're supposed to place this in here, just like that. That's all there is to it. I guess I just grab a glass and see what happens. Now, before I get to the actual test, the red glass froster is something that's legendary in my family. That's because Ronco used to advertise this back in the late '70s around Christmas time. And so my siblings and my mom and I decided to get my dad one for Christmas one year. So one day he's sitting there in his '70s recliner before Christmas and says, "I'm gonna guess what's in that gift under the tree for me." Now the way I remember it, he held the gift up to his head, kind of like doing his Karnak the Magnificent that Johnny Carson used to do in the '70s, like he's gonna somehow magically guess what's in the gift. And to our surprise, he proclaims it's a red glass froster. Now we were surprised, like how could he possibly know that? We wrapped it and put it under the tree. Well, it turns out he actually snuck downstairs, opened the gift at night, looked at it, and rewrapped it. So whenever you talk about red glass froster to people in my family, it's kind of an inside joke. All right, I really don't know if this is gonna work or not. We put the glass on the froster and you're supposed to press this button and get a frosted glass. Let's see if it works after 38 years. And, oh, no. I heard it go, psst. Oh. Oh, what a disappointment. The glass froster container does not work. It did feel kind of empty. I'm so bummed, man. So what I'm left with is a cheap piece of plastic and an empty container. Was it worth it? Probably not. But back in the day, I guess it worked pretty well, but eventually you had to buy more of these refills. Well, since that didn't work, I'm kind of bummed about that. Did you guys ever see that 1986 TV special with Geraldo Rivera where he went and opened Al Capone's vaults? Well, it was live on TV for 2 hours, and at the end, they didn't find anything. People were thinking they were going to find dead bodies or money, but they found nothing.
As it turns out, we haven't found very much.
That's kind of how I feel right now. All that buildup and nothing to show for it. But you know what? All is not lost because you don't need one of these. Check this out. All right, so if you don't want to invest in a professional chiller and you don't want to take your chances on a 1981 Ronco red glass froster not working, you can frost glasses at home. You don't need anything. All you need is a glass and some water. Step 1, get them wet. Get rid of some of the moisture here. Step 2, put them in the freezer. You come back in an hour, and you should have frosted glasses. All right, it's been almost an hour. Let's check out the glasses. Oh, how beautiful, look at that. Very nice. I mean, look how nice that looks, right? So this is how it would actually work if the glass froster worked. Okay, here we go. Oh wow, look at that, a frosted glass in seconds. Doesn't that look great? Oh well. By the way, the thumbnail wasn't meant to be clickbait. I was just trying to show you how it would look if it worked, but it didn't. So I think the eventual demise of the glass froster wasn't because it used Freon that was eventually banned, or that it didn't work because it did work. I think people just started to realize they don't really need a product like this, which is kind of the case with a lot of as-seen on TV products. The consumers get swept up in the advertising hype and then go, yeah, maybe I didn't really need this after all. But hey, it had a pretty good run and it is now part of as-seen on TV history. I just wish my canister had worked. Have you guys ever used a glass froster like this, or is there a better way of chilling glasses than I showed here? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Please follow my social profiles for progress pictures, videos as I go, and please subscribe for more product reviews from me, James White, with Freakin' Reviews. Hey, this is a great gift, guys. Thank you. Now, James, stop playing with toys. Go get me a beer.